His name is Patrick. He's a refugee from Congo. He came from Congo because of the war in 2008, but his wife came earlier because of the war. Just in brief, he would like to tell us his story, what exactly befell him. It was 30th November 2006. Men who were in military uniform came and arrested him in his house. They started questioning me to tell them the tribe of his wife, because he is a Hutu by birth and his wife is a Tutsi by birth. The first thing they did was to get us to lie down together with all the children. They let him to lie down under the dining table, but his wife was taken right into the bedroom. There were so many that I couldn't exactly count how many they were. I can't tell their number. He had 5 children, 3 boys and 2 girls. And right from there, they commanded me to tie up all my luggage and everything that was in the house. They asked me for all the money that was available in the house, and I gave it to them. But they were dragging my wife to the bedroom where we were sleeping. I was forced to tie up all the luggage that was in the house plus all the money that was on me. I got a bed sheet and just wrapped up everything that was in the house. And he was also taken to the bedroom to meet with his wife. They started raping my wife right before my eyes. And him, together with his eldest son, were forced to carry all the luggage out of the house by force. Because where he was a teacher. He used to teach children. He thought, as usual, because it's so common in the DRC, it has been so common for men in uniform to come and just rape women and just pick up whatever stuff they wanted and brutally treat people. He thought it was like the usual case. And he started walking together with his eldest son while carrying this heavy luggage. When you fall down, maybe because you're tired, you are kicked and beaten and forced to stand up again and start walking. The luggage was so heavy that he started sympathizing, because he had luggage that was carrying, and also his eldest son was forced to carry some luggage that was too heavy for him. So at some point he would sympathize and try to help his eldest son on the way. I tried to plead with them to let my son go, because the journey seemed endless and the luggage was too heavy for my son, but they refused. At some point they came across a bushy place and they were told to enter right into the bush, and there they were seeing lots of other armed men, and it was an unknown place. It was all bushy. They entered so deep in the bush that it was such a dangerous place that you couldn't hear one another from talking. It was so quiet in the bush. And they told him, "Now, do you know what we want?" They told him, "Now what we want from you is that tell us every secret that there is to do with the tribe of the Tutsi people." Since his wife is a Tutsi, he was told to tell them every secret about the Tutsi people, because they were fighting. The fighting was between the Hutu and the Tutsi people. And they told him that it seems his wife came from Rwanda to come and spy on their Hutu army. And he told them he doesn't know that much about any military secrets of the Tutsi to do with the Hutu people. He has just been a primary school teacher, and maybe all they could ask him is anything to do with the teaching profession and maybe something to do with the children, but not military things. I pleaded with them, telling them I am not a politician. I'm not involved in anything to do with the Hutu-Tutsi fighting, but they couldn't believe me. And they started beating him and just hitting him anyhow so that he could say something. And they started cutting one finger after the other with an attempt to force him to say something about the Tutsi. And that was a sign that they were not up to, they wouldn't take up any jokes. They were serious with what they are doing. They started cutting his fingers one by one to show him they mean it, they mean what they are doing, so that he could get to say, to a point of saying something or confessing something about the Tutsis. They took hold of my eldest son, this eldest son that we had tracked together with, and they beat him right in front of me, and they killed him right before my eyes. And they kept telling him, now I think you can see that we are right into it, we are serious, we mean it. If you still don't say, after we have killed your son, having seen that my son was already killed, deep in his heart he knew he was also going to be killed, just like his son. They hit him with the metallic part of the gun right on his shoulder and around his head when he was watching. They said they shouldn't, the leader of the rebel group told the rest that don't kill him, don't shoot him, because we don't want anyone to hear the sound of a bullet. What you do is just keep torturing him bit by bit until we get him to a point of confessing, and if he doesn't, we kill him, but we not by gunshot, because we don't want people to know that there's something taking place here.
Wakati hiyo mimi naona mambo inakuwa hatari, nikaanza kusema kwa roho, nikasema Mungu pokea maisha yangu, juu mimi naona vitu inakuwa.
At that point he knew he had come to his final point. He couldn't resist whatever they were doing to him. It was too much, and he knew they were going to kill him. Having seen how serious they were proceeding, he started praying that, God, into your hands I surrender my life. Take care of my life.
Wakati hiyo wakaanza wakapiga mimi, wakasema hautasema, mimi nikasema hapana, sindasema.
And right there they still kept torturing him, telling him, you will say something, you'll have to say something, you'll have to talk, you have to speak it.
Nikasema mimi siwezi sema vitu sijui.
And he kept telling them, I can't say what I don't know. And at that point he got angry, and he started he told them off, if you want to kill me, go ahead and kill me, but you're not going to get me to confess what I don't know. I've been a civilian, I've been a school teacher around here, and you've known me for a long time. I'm not going to just say something because you're intimidating me. If you want, feel free to kill me. And I kept telling them, I thought you are people who have known me all along in this area. Yes, you know that my wife is a Tutsi, and you know that I'm not a Tutsi, and I thought you had evidence that I'm an innocent person. At that point he told them off because he was angry with all this torture and all the pain, and he told them he is not going to confess anything. They are not going to intimidate him into saying things that he doesn't know. If they want, they can go ahead and just kill him.
Sasa nilikuwa wakanidalisha, niko naangalia juu, wakakamata kibisu, wakaandika hapa mpelelezi.
At that particular time,
wakaandika hapa mpelelezi, unaona waliandika hapa mpelelezi kwa ndani ya Kiswahili. Mpelelezi. Intelligence.
They told him to lie down, look up towards the sky, and they got a knife, and with this knife they started writing in form of cutting something mpererezi, which means intelligent.